We shoot very run and gun 90% of the time, and because of that, our audio peaking has been an issue for us plenty of times, mostly because we scream a lot. We've had to reshoot things or do ADR so many times because of that, or just ride the gain knob, or record a backup channel set very low to combat that issue, but 32-bit float is here to completely change how I record audio. For those of you who don't know, 32-bit float recording gives you more dynamic range inside of your recording so you don't end up distorting your audio or recording too low and then have to boost the hell out of your noise floor. You can think of it like recording log. When you record log, you're getting the same image but with more information, which widens your ability to retain detail in your highlights and shadows. The same principle applies to 32-bit float. Here, we don't even have to worry about the gain knob. Set it to what you think is best for the scene in question and off you go. It does throw a lot of that work to post, but if you're running gun like us, shooting alone, or just don't want the added headache, this is a game changer. So how does this wizardry work, you ask? Well, in order to answer that question, let's talk about bits. Bit depth refers to how many bits are available for each sample of an audio signal. The wider the dynamic range, the more room there is either to raise or lower the gain to recreate the original audio signal. So a higher bit depth will have more amplitude values, which is what gives you that flexibility. So for example, 16-bit has a little over 65,000 values, 24-bit has 16.7 million values, and the beast that is 32-bit has over 4.2 billion values. And this is how it works inside your audio recorder. There are analog to digital converters, also known as ADCs, which basically convert the analog signal from the microphone into an audio file that you can work with. These converters are found in every digital recording device that allows an analog input, but when it comes to 32-bit, there are multiple analog to digital converters. So each of these is fed your signal at different gain levels, essentially. Then it is combined together in the end to create a balanced audio signal. And thanks to that, we can take audio like this here that is completely peaked and just turn down the volume and find that all the information is actually there. As opposed to the 24-bit file of the same recording, when we turn that down, you see the top of the wave is completely cut off. But as far as the actual audio goes, it's hard to tell the difference between 24 and 32-bit unless you have the ears of God or amazing headphones, which does bring me to this beast. This is the Liric headphones from Meze. They sent it over to me a little over a year ago, and I've been using it nonstop ever since. I also have their 99 Classics, which was my go-to headphones before this one. More often than not, though, you won't hear much of a difference, but that's not what changes the game for me here. It's the ability to record without worrying about those levels. This is really massive for how I work. With our stuff, there's constant big swings in the dynamics of our audio, and the Rode Lob isn't the only recorder that does this, of course, but we'll get more into that and the headphones we just showed you after we thank today's actual sponsor, which is Hostinger. If you are a creative or an entrepreneur and you want to make that sweet, sweet money, one of the best things you can do is build yourself a solid website, and that is where Hostinger comes in. Their website builder makes it possible for somebody like me who is not a web designer to make a pro-looking site for something like your personal portfolio, your business, or even an online store, all with the help of AI, so no coding skills or technical expertise required. Their AI writer helps you compose the dreaded SEO-friendly copy, and their AI heat map helps to predict visitor behavior so you can track people's interests on your site. And if you needed help getting started with your design, they also have around 150 different designer-made and customizable templates to choose from. You can also optimize campaigns with insights from Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, Facebook Pixel, and visitor remarketing. If you want to try it for yourself, you can get the Hostinger website builder today at hostinger.com/FilmRiot. And for a limited time, use the coupon code FilmRiot to get an exclusive 10% off on top of Hostinger's already low prices. Plus, enjoy complimentary features, including a domain, email inboxes, SSL certificates, and many more. Take your projects online now by clicking on the link in the description below.
How much FUD could a FUD if a FUD could FUD?
Before we dive into the Rode Wireless Pro, let's take a closer look at the Meze Lirics. Like I said, I've had these since around mid-2022, and I have been blown away by them. The difference between these and literally every other headphones I own is insanity. Let's see if Josh and Justin can tell the difference between watching a scene with our standard headphones versus the Lyric. You have to take the beanie off your ears.
Take what?
You have to take the beanie off your ears. It's gonna muffle the sound. You're not gonna be able to hear it.
How's that?
Both sides.
Why?
I'm pressing play.
There you go. Feeling great.
How's that?
Great. You look like a drunk Colin Farrell.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Do it.
All right, peace.
Just press play. Okay, switching headphones.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
What a day for a daydream.
You still need to take your ears out of the beam.
How's that?
Look good, Colin.
Thanks, Dad.
All right, here we go.
All right, pressing play.
It's a lot cleaner.
Whoa, immediately that's significantly different.
You see how you can like hear the rain droplets?
Oh yeah, you could definitely. The rain feels like a sound mixer going, yes, excellent, listen.
I'm actually hearing sounds that I couldn't hear with the other headphones.
It does feel more surround as well. Like a completely different mix altogether.
Wow, that's actually a pretty massive difference. I was not expecting that to be that big of a difference. I thought it was going to be a lot. Like, oh yeah, they're headphones. But that's actually pretty nuts.
It really is bonkers. In the T-Rex paddock scene, while listening with my standard headphones, much of the sound is smushed together, losing a lot of the nuance. But with the Lyric, all that sound gets pulled apart and sounds crystal clear. You can really hear the life of the space, the raindrops hitting the top of the car, and so on. It's almost like you can hear the air between the sounds, if that makes sense. It's also the most comfortable headphones I've worn too, but most importantly, it sounds great and has been my go-to for mixing for a while. The big caveat here is the price. It is meant for pro users and carries the hefty price tag of $2,000, and that will be out of most people's budgets. But if that is the case, another pair that I have from Meze for over 5 years is my 99 Classics, which were my go-to before I got the Lyric. I showed those on my channel around 6 years ago, but if you are looking for some high-end headphones, I could not recommend these enough. I also asked if they would give us a coupon code for you all, and they were kind enough to hook us up. So if you use the code FilmRiot20, you can get 20% off on the 99 Classics and the Lyric. And with the Lyric, you'll also get a free premium cable as well. So check that out in the notes below. Now, there are plenty of recorders that do 32-bit now, and we'll put a list of some of the better ones in the notes below. But what we're looking at today is the Rode Wireless Pro, which comes in this solid case, which is also the charger for the system with a USB-C port in the back. You can also house everything right in here and connect to your computer to both drag and drop files as it becomes a mounted drive, or if you want, use the app to export in whatever format you need. You're also getting built-in timecode with this one, which allows you to jam sync multiple cameras, 32 gigabytes of internal recording, which is about 44 hours of audio, and has a 3.5-inch locking jack for a secure connection that's compatible with most other locking lofts. You can, of course, connect the receiver to your camera or just use the transmitter and record straight to that. You also have the built-in mic here with a twist lock for the windsock, which both rhymes and is very useful. I love the form factor of these overall. It's a great build that looks good on camera if you want to hold it or wear it, but you can still plug that mic in if you need to hide it. It also has great distance and audio quality, which has always been the case with Rode, so no surprise there.
Do you suffer from IBS? Same here. Let's talk about it. Say when. Do you need friends? Same here. Let's talk about it.
There's plenty more, but obviously the best thing about this is the 32-bit float. This doesn't pass through to your camera, so if you want to take advantage of it, you do need to record right to the lob itself. It's a great way to have backups either way, so recording directly to the mic is a solid solution even when recording to the camera as well. But the question I bet many will have is, do I need to upgrade? Well, if you already have a 24-bit recorder, that has plenty of dynamic range, so if you get a little hot, you would be able to salvage your audio for the most part. 32-bit is perfect for the run-and-gun shooter where you may not have the time or access to raise or lower your gain, and you want the convenience of knowing your audio will sound great after some work in post. And like I said before, this does push a lot of that work down into post just like Log does. There's a bit more work, but for me, it yields a much better end result. In production, with 32-bit, it really is just about mic placement now. But the short answer to that question is no. There's no major reason to run and upgrade unless you want that additional dynamic range. 24-bit is more than enough for whatever you are recording, so don't think you need to run out and spend money right now unless you are run and gun like me and have come across the same issues that I have. In that case, this is a game changer. But that is it for today. Links to everything in the notes below, and until next time, don't forget to write, shoot, edit, repeat.
See you later. Ta-ta.